watching The Big Bang Theory recently, and I find it interesting how The Big Bang Theory managed to popularize the Autistic Savant trope and yet also break the trope that autistic people can't have or find love. But before we go into that, I want to go over Sheldon's autistic traits that he's shown to have. Now, I should say that the writers and creators have never said that he has autism. The actor has said that he played Sheldon as if the character was on the spectrum, but it's completely possible that he's undiagnosed, as it's completely possible to miss this on children, especially if it's in the high-functioning end of the autism spectrum. There's a good chance of just being labeled the weird kid and no one is the wiser. One of the main things is his struggles in social interactions. He has a lack of empathy and takes things quite literally. He has a strong preferences for routines and rituals and hates any sort of change. Sheldon has an intense focus on special interests. For him, this is passion for physics and science fiction.
There's something I need to tell you. Wow, you look amazing. That's not what I need to tell you, but you do.
What's wrong?
Something incredible just happened. Remember when you were telling me about my bow tie and how a little asymmetry is good?
Yeah?
My equations have been trying to describe an imperfect world, and the only way to do that is to introduce imperfection into the underlying theory.
So instead of supersymmetry, it would be super asymmetry?
Super asymmetry, that's it! Give me your lipstick.
What?
Just give it to me, you beautiful thing, we have work to do.
According to Google, there are 0 papers that mention super asymmetry. This is brand new. No one's thought of it.
What are you lunatics doing?
Sheldon had a breakthrough.
Well, actually, Amy and I had a breakthrough.
Oh, science? Shocking!
You don't understand. This could be really big.
No, Penny's right. We have our whole lives to do science together.
Sheldon also struggles with understanding and following what are considered to be social norms. What is that? This includes things like bluntness and personal space. And finally, Sheldon has 2 sensory sensitivities. These being noise and touch. Fun fact, ADHD people can also have these sensory issues too. I myself can't stand washing the dishes without gloves on because I find food particles in the water to be disgusting. And also tend to find people chewing too loudly, when honestly it's probably just regular volume. So what, or rather who, is the autistic savant? Well, in short, it's a stereotype. In long, it's the idea that people with autism have exceptional abilities in a specific area, mainly math and music. However, in return, they tend to be portrayed as lacking in other areas, such as being socially awkward. It's also mostly white males that get cast as this trope, too, so there's that. So, when did this trope first appear in the media? Well, that would be in 1998 by the film Rayman, which has won the Academy Award for Best Picture, Best Director, Best Actor, and Best Screenplay. But as I said, this wouldn't become popularized until 2007 when the first episode of The Big Bang Theory premiered. However, I feel like it brought some negative connotations as a result. See, Sheldon's personality in the show has some annoyances. He's very narcissistic in his capabilities to where he tends to mock his fellow scientists. He basically has a my way or the highway approach to most things. It doesn't mean to be this way, as it's shown time and time again. In fact, the fact that this is the case in the first place is why his friends even put up with him at all.
Well, I hate to say it, but I think everyone is being incredibly selfish.
Well, you would be the authority on the subject.
What does that mean?
Sheldon, no one is happier than I am to win the Nobel. But it's not more important than our friends.
How can you call them friends when they're abandoning us?
They're abandoning us because you broke their hearts.
I didn't mean to.
I know! You never mean to! It's the only reason people tolerate you!
Does that include you?
Sometimes, yeah.
Because the show popularizes the Autistic Savant trope, I feel that it is possibly responsible for the negative views that people have associated with autism in general. After all, Sheldon isn't the most likable person. The characters even consider murdering Sheldon on a few occasions. And if you have the poster boy of Autistic Savant unlikable, it makes sense that not a lot of people are going to want to be around them, even though it's a massive misrepresentation. Not to mention that this could be a harmful stereotype. That said, Sheldon breaks one of these autistic stereotypes, the idea that they can never find love, and I mean romantic love. He of course has the love and nature of his family, and his relationship with Penny seems to be that of a sister-brother relationship. See, Sheldon's friends set up an online dating profile, and he gets matched with Amy Farrah Fowler, and they actually make a connection.
I'm Amy Farrah Fowler, you're Sheldon Cooper.
Hello, Amy Farrah Fowler. I'm sorry to inform you that you have been taken in by unsupportable mathematics designed to prey on the gullible and the lonely. Additionally, I'm being blackmailed with a hidden dirty sock.
If that was slang, I'm unfamiliar with it. If it was literal, I share your aversion to soiled hosiery. In any case, I'm here because my mother and I have agreed that I will date at least once a year.
Interesting. My mother and I have the same agreement about church.
I don't object to the concept of a deity, but I'm baffled by the notion of one that takes attendance.
Well, then you might want to avoid East Texas.
Noted. Now, before this goes any further, you should know that all forms of physical contact up to and including coitus are off the table.
May I buy you a beverage?
Tepid water, please.
Ironically, Amy wasn't planning on sticking around. She was just a temporary character. And I'm so glad that the writers changed that. Because this showed that the master narrative of autistics can't feel love to be false. Autistics are not emotionless robots. It's a shame that robots tend to get the traits of autistics and asexuals, or is it aromantic? Whichever one, it feels bad that robots getting this trait is a way of saying you're basically less than human. And the show writers did a great job of showing how the relationship with Amy and Sheldon grow. See, one of Sheldon's artistic traits is that he's not really a fan of touching people. So, as a result, they aren't really intimate in their relationship. This changes as time goes on.
Why?
Well, I've been waiting for this for so long. I've just built it up in my head. I don't know what to expect.
Neither do I. But we can find out together.
Okay.
And honestly, Sheldon's a great partner most of the time. He struggles, but that's honestly Sheldon's character as he messes up in certain social situations, and that has to be told how he did that. Sitcoms. Back on track. Sheldon is really supportive and loyal to Amy.
Excuse me a moment. Amy? 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 Will you marry me?
Also, The Big Bang Theory isn't the only one that gives an autistic person a love interest. I'd recommend checking out the video game Our Life Forever and Always. As the character Cove, whom your character can end up romancing if you choose, is autistic. It's also been brought to my attention that Amy and Leonard might also have some autistic characteristics as well. If that's the case, they not only gave one autistic character a love interest, but they also gave 3 of them one. Though, if 2 of the autistic characters got together, does that mean it's less of a win? Or is that still a big win? So big as a win? Let me know in the comments down below, and remember that autistic characters have feelings too.